years old, I was going to be a musician. And so I just decided, well, the world's going to have to deal with me as a musician. That's all there is to it. For me, it was in 1973. And I heard on the radio one night, I heard a piece that changed my whole way of thinking about things. And that was music of George Crumb, Black Angels. That piece is the Vietnam War string quartet for me. Well, Floodplain began the day that George Bush and Rumsfeld and Cheney and that band of criminals we had in our country running things. That's when they were planning to invade Iraq is when I started thinking about making an album. And so there's nothing that's by chance on that. There's nothing that's by chance on that. Floods and floodplains are occurrences, natural occurrences that yield a lot of fertility and a lot of our food and nourishment comes from areas that are flooded. And it seems to me that that's what's happening in music right now. It's a really wonderful time to be a musician, to be a part of the world of music.
I collaborated with the Kronos Quartet. How many years? Like 15 years now. We kind of on a different project always, the Ghost Opera and then Perry Riley, and then early years, 92, we have Zhou Long, another Chinese composer. So sort of a very, I would say very natural way to, it's been going on.
Well, almost all the music that we play wasn't written 36 years ago. And so basically our music is getting newer and newer all the time. And a lot of people's music is getting older and older all the time. That's their problem, not mine. And so, one of the things that I love is learning new things. Involved in a major project right now, Woman and Kronos, and it's called A Chinese Home, and it's going to be a theatrical event, and in fact Xi Jingchen, the great stage designer and director, is collaborating with us as director and also as a videographer. And so we're right now in the process of putting this together. I don't know any more about music than anybody else. I don't think of myself as anything other than a listener.
I don't know. You know. What? Yeah, I don't know. I remember the first song I wrote that I play now, but it wasn't in soca. It would have been 7 years ago for a girl who I was going out with then. That finished soon after, but I kept the song, so it wasn't all a waste of time. And before that, my band name was the Anne Frank 5. That probably would have kind of become an issue eventually. I was in Korea at that stage, and I gave a spelling test, and one of the words was such, S-U-C-H, and one of the kids his English name was Nick, he wrote soca, which was 2 words, and you know, obviously that was wrong, so I ran the red marker through it and looked at it for a bit and then went, yeah, I'll take that. The first ever hurling rock opera, I got giddy for a week and thought it would be a great idea to cap, you know, because there's been kind of a newfound level of maybe interest from, you know, North America, mainland Europe, Korea, Japan. So I thought, what better way to kind of make use of this than write an album about a sport that's kind of only played here. And I've yet to interfere with mountain goats, and I've yet to fuck my life up on drugs and booze, and I've yet to tell the other one I love the most. Currently planning a tour of the US from February onwards. I did it in 2008. I went across, but really weird and messed up shit kept happening, to the point where at the end of a day, when I laid my head down on the pillow and went, Jesus, wept. All that. Whereas this time around, it was more, how close can we get parking to the venue? Oh, just around the corner. It was a lot more like that. I'm not saying that I would prefer murder to parking, but a kind of healthy combination of the two. Just gotta, you know, just gotta, you know, you're like, and then you're like, sometimes you just gotta lift yourself and you gotta, yes, and then you're back in the game, you know what I mean? Wah. Was it me that you were checking out, or a cop car to my rear? The next album will be out in early next year. Provisionally titled Meaningless Friendly. And there'll be a load of 7-inch singles as well. And Primavera in December, the Primavera Club, and hopefully there'll be a few shows in Italy. And then from next year on, I'll be like heading over to the US and touring there as much as possible. So yeah, that's the plan from now until whenever it crosses my mind to stop doing it. But we've been through this before, and you slam shut all your doors, and I'm on my tippy toes outside your window. I heard everything you said, I took fuck all of it in, and I'm on my tippy toes outside your window. I would certainly like to think I'm as dedicated to what I do as even the most evil and heinous of dictators would have been in their time. You know, I would consider that fairly dedicated.